Connor, it seemed like you guys were kind of getting some offensive traction going before the All-Star break, obviously getting those wins too. What do you think's kind of changed over the last couple of games with your group and ultimately, with the way the offense is going?
I just think we've been out of sync all over. Passes aren't clean. We haven't probably battled hard enough around their net. Offensively, we've been poor these 2 games.
How much of that do you think is a matter of maybe adjusting to some new line mates and ultimately the lines changed tonight, trying to get comfortable with each other? How much do you think that kind of plays into it a little bit?
No, I think we've all played with each other enough. The lines kind of change here and there, and we've played enough with each other to know what's going to happen. So, I think it's just out of sync, and got to clean it up.
Sure. Mike, second of a back-to-back for you. How did you feel as the game went along in terms of your play?
I obviously don't like the result, but on a personal level, way better tonight. Last game, the start, just everything seemed like it was going 1,000 miles an hour out there, but as the game went on, felt better and better. In the third, I felt more comfortable tonight. I started like I finished last night and felt like I felt good right from the start. So, but saying that, it's like letting in too many goals. So it's obviously that's frustrating, and you want to do everything you can to help. And last 2 games wasn't good enough.
Dave Tibbett said he wanted to get you back up and running. Obviously, you've been off for a while. How important is it for you to get in there and try to kind of reestablish your game? And do you think it helped getting in on a second of a back-to-back?
Yeah, I wanted to play. I think it's been terrible timing, to be honest. Every time I've seemed to come back, we've had a COVID break or this time an All-Star break right before I'm kind of getting ready. So it's not been ideal as far as timing, but it was nice to get back in the game and get in some rhythm. And I wasn't basing the whole season on these 2 games. Obviously, there's a lot of games left, and I feel like I got a lot to give still. So tonight was a good stepping stone in the right direction as far as how I feel, and the results will come. But obviously it stings when you lose 2 coming out of the break.
Sure. And last one for me, I'll direct it back to Connor. It seemed like that penalty on Draisaitl may be questionable. How much did you guys find that turned maybe the course of the game there in that period?
We got to find a way to get a kill. We lost a special team battle again tonight. That's a big part of our game. When we don't find a way to get win the special teams battle, it seems like we're chasing the game. So they get 2, our power play gets 1, and that's kind of the difference.
Connor, I guess that first period, you guys gave up. You're only down 2-0, but you gave up about 5 or 6 really quality chances. Mike had to make a couple of big saves. I guess, is that the most troubling thing? Is the amount of quality chances you're giving up early and then chasing the game, or how are you seeing those first periods? Right?
Yeah, it was very bad, very, very bad start. Dog held us in, and to be only down 2 after the 1 was, I think we felt very fortunate. But with that being said, I liked our second period. I thought we did a good job of getting ourselves back into it, and maybe could have tied the game up there in the second, but that's not how it went.
And Mike, you made an unbelievable save to keep it at 2-0. I think it was maybe the 4th or 5th shot on net. I guess a save like that, how does that kind of fire you up and kind of get you rolling, I guess, after something like that?
Yeah, to be honest, the fans kind of got me going there after the 3rd save. So kind of, got my confidence up there and got me feeling good. And then the next one's kind of, settled me in and got me in the game. But when you make big saves, you want to keep your team close. And when we're down 2, you just don't want to give up that 3rd one and hopefully keep them in there long enough that you can, get a couple back. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case tonight, but we'll build on it and move on.
And I know when skaters come off a long layoff, they talk about being in game shape and taking a few games to get in game shapes. What's it like for a goaltender? How many games do you need to kind of get back into that game shape and that groove?
I'll speak from a personal standpoint. I think the goalie doesn't get many opportunities to feel himself into a game. You can. I think as a player, you can get out there and maybe have a short shift or 2 and kind of get your wits about you and then kind of build on that. But if you're not feeling great with being a goalie and there's world-class players coming at you, I think it makes it difficult. But, you just got to battle. Just got to battle and stick with it and just try and get in the way of pucks and, keep our team close.
Thanks, guys.
Connor, you mentioned how frustrating the first period was. There just wasn't a good start. You came back in the second, but that's kind of been a little bit of an issue, giving up too many quality chances. You know, there's lots off the rush. What has to happen to change? Is it a commitment individual? Like, I don't know, do you read the riot act to guys? How do you look to try to change that? Because I'm not sure it's necessarily system play.
Yeah, I think it's a collective effort. We've got to be better with the puck as forwards. D can read the rush. Forwards can back check better. It's a combination of a lot of things.
One more over here. Sorry. Mike, you mentioned that every time you come back, there seems to be something going on. And with the injuries, it's been a challenging year for you. Where would you rank this year in terms of how challenging it's been as to years past?
Every year is different, to be honest. Every year is different. There's different flows and ebbs ebbs and flows this season, and obviously no one likes to be hurt. I think it's always been frustrating, but I think the way I look at it is there's a lot left, a lot of games left to to get in the groove and to really help this team get into the playoffs, and that's my main goal, is to come back and start feeling good in the net. Tonight was, even though the outcome wasn't what we wanted as a group, on a personal level, I felt like my game's coming around, and I'll just continue to get better and better. And like I said, feel like I still have a lot to give, and there's a lot of games left to do it. So I'm not writing it off because we lost these 2 games coming to the break. I think I'm man to man. Our whole team knows we need to be better. We talk about it a lot, but guys start need to do it on the ice and look after themselves, take a look in the mirror, and there's no panic here. We're playing, some of our best hockey this season coming into the break, so regroup and go at it Friday.
Mike, you were very close to Duncan when he crashed into the boards there. What did you see? I mean, it was fortunate. It could have been even worse than that. He went in so hard into the end boards.
Yeah, I mean, scary, obviously. I didn't really see how he hit. I just, saw what kind of shape he was in after he was down. So you never obviously want to see a teammate or anybody go into the boards that hard and not get up right away. So obviously he's a huge part of this team, and he will be moving forward, and hopefully it doesn't miss too much time.
Thank you.